Today we're back with another Nightmare Neighbour video. If you don't know what Nightmare Neighbour is, it's basically a neighbour who's a nightmare to live beside. Today's victim is two old people and they basically get like stalked and harassed by like a really weird angry farmer. Let's get into it.
In Cornwall, a feud between neighbours had taken an unexpected turn when Anton Barkhuizen was accused of peeking at his neighbour, Sharon Hamilton.
Okay, so I think we know who the Nightmare Neighbour is. It's Sharon. I mean, look at her. She looks like the type of person to get into a scrap with. What has she done to this poor old couple?
She said to the police, I believe, that I was looking through her bedroom window during the hours of darkness, which is extraordinary because, I mean, the camper is nowhere near her. I don't even know where her bedroom window is.
That's such a weird thing to lie to the police about, isn't it? Like, that's actually quite serious. People do have peeping toms, or like people look for the windows. I don't think this man's looked through her window though.
We've been married now, what, 52, 53 years? In all those years, I've never known Anton go and leer at a woman or think about leering, or I couldn't imagine him wanting to do it. He's just not like that.
Exactly, Sunshine. He's married to you because he's a perfect husband. They've been married for like 52 years. Wow, that's crazy, isn't it? Like, I feel like people don't really get married nowadays. I feel like the oldest marriage I usually hear about is like 10 or 20 years. 52 years. I'm assuming they're like both at least in like their late 60s or 70s. They must got married when they were like 16.
I think he's quite content with me.
I mean, honestly, you seem like a lovely person. I always feel so bad for them because it's always the really ugly and like irritating, disgusting ones that are like the bad people. Why she lied about this poor wee man?
Anton denied the allegation, and after being questioned by the police, no further action was taken.
So we did get questioned by the police, like they literally like, took it forward. Thank God they had no evidence and like charged him. Could you imagine him going to jail? That would be horrible.
Having endured 2 visits from the police, Anton did his best to avoid Sharon Hamilton.
And I bet you Sharon done the complete opposite. Of course she's called Sharon. Like I feel like that's a Sharon thing to do. No offense to Sharons out there. I'm sure you're all lovely. However, this Sharon isn't.
But the next time they met, things turned even uglier.
Something's went ugly. What has happened? Also, can we talk about the fact he's literally riding a bicycle? Whenever I think of like people over the age of 60, I literally think of like people in care homes. Am I kind of ageist? Like maybe I don't know what a 6-year-old looks like.
I was cycling home one sunny day. I heard a vehicle coming up behind me. I saw that it was Mrs. Hamilton in her car.
Sharon's in a car behind him while he's cycling. She's gonna run him over, isn't she? Oh my god, that's like terrifying. I mean, I kind of do have a fear of people in cars because I think if someone could like lose their mind and literally run you over.
She slowed right down and then she revved her engine past me and pulled sharply in front of me, obviously with the intent of having me crash into the back of her car.
So she literally like tried to make you like fall off your bike. If you were cycling in the middle of the road, I could understand if someone was annoyed because it can be like quite scary whenever a bicyclist is in front of you. But you know, maybe like flash your wee lights, wait for them to move out of the way and then drive past. In this case, she literally like tried to cut him off and like make him fall. And think of it, he's quite old, so like if he falls, he could break a hip.
I put my brakes on sharply, swerved to one side, and I managed to avoid a collision.
I mean, thank God for that, because if you hit her car, she'd probably try and like sue you for damage. I feel like she's the type of person who literally like purposely hit you with her car and then claim that you were trying to do it for insurance fraud.
But Sharon Hamilton had a different version of events.
Of course she does. Let's hear what Sharon has to say. She'll probably try and say that like he literally pulled out a gun and like tried to shoot her.
And it wasn't more than an hour after that I had a message from my solicitor in Truro saying we've had another complaint from Mrs. Hamilton that you leered at her and spat at her as you passed her on the road.
So she's basically said that he spat at her. Spat at her? Do you know how vile you have to be to do that? I don't think I've ever spat in someone. And don't get me wrong, people have really pushed my buttons and like irritated me. I would never spit at someone. Sharon's definitely spat at someone. She's a horse mouth trotter.
Anton denied this and now believed he was the one who had become a victim of a campaign of harassment.
She's lied about you looking for her window. She's then tried to hit you with a car and then claimed that you spat at her. What is wrong with these people? Like, we've done 2 other Nightmare Neighbour videos and it's like the people in them are just like so like mentally ill.
New Year's Day, my wife had gone for a lie down in the evening and I was alone in the kitchen. Suddenly, I heard a knocking at the door.
And who's it gonna be? It's gonna be police or it's gonna be Sharon. I mean, if I were him, I'd get CCTV. I'd get like a bat by the door. If she's claiming that you're trying to spit in her and like looking for her window, imagine what she's gonna do to you.
I opened the door and suddenly I was confronted by a number of policemen.
I knew it was gonna happen. Like, what has she said? I wonder what she's lied about now. Surely you could sue her for this because she's constantly lying and like wasting police time. They interviewed you twice about you apparently looking through her window, which never happened, and now they're at your house again.
I was completely taken aback. On a bank holiday, 8 policemen, presumably on double pay, had come to my house on possibly the most wild witch hunt in the history of the Devon and Cornwall police.
I wonder what they're there for. Like, what do you think they've been told? If it's like more than one, it's obviously bad. Like, they've literally got like a full-on army outside.
The police immediately began to search the house, waking up Rita, who was upstairs upstairs having a doze.
Imagine that, like imagine getting woken up by the police. That's like a fear of mine. A big fear of mine is that I'm like sleeping and like a stranger or like a killer wakes me up or like a policeman. That is terrifying.
I heard racket going on in the kitchen, came through. The kitchen was actually full of policemen and I could not believe my eyes, and it frightened me because I thought, first of all, there was something wrong with my children and I was unbelievably shaken.
Exactly, like you'd literally think like something bad's happened to your family members if loads of police are in your house. And yet again, there's loads of police, so obviously something bad has happened, or Sharon's told them that he's done something bad which didn't happen.
Whatever the police thought Anton had done, they wanted to seize his clothing as evidence.
The only reason they would seize your clothing is if you've done something sexual or possibly to assault or hurt someone. So she's went to the extreme now.
At one point, the young policewoman said, "Could you show me your laundry basket?" And she put her hand in and she took out, I think, a pair of his trousers and a shirt.
They've nicked a pair of his trousers and a shirt. Do you reckon Sharon stalked him, seen he was wearing an outfit, then lied about him like doing something to her, and then called the police and like got him arrested? I'm telling you, these people, they're actually psychopaths. Like, it's quite scary how evil they are, isn't it?
And she put them in an evidence bag and they were taken away.
An evidence bags that are being used for evidence. So obviously he's been accused of something and Sharon's lied about it.
After seizing clothing and a couple of laptops, the police raised the alarm as they found something of interest in the spare bedroom.
Okay, something of interest has been found in the spare bedroom. What is that? I mean, my mind is racing right now. I'm starting to think Sharon's broken into the house and put something there. This is so weird, isn't it? Like, why she got so much hatred towards this old pair couple? Like, they seem so sweet. She's just ruining their lives.
The policemen all came rushing upstairs until they finally found my gun cabinet.
Oh my god, gun cabinet. Look, I'm not really for guns. I can understand maybe a handgun in the house in case someone you know attacks you. I'm not really a fan of guns. But they're going to the gun cabinet. I wonder why. Do you reckon she's claimed that he, like, threatened her with a gun?
After the police had finished tearing through the house, Rita was about to discover the shocking crimes Sharon Hamilton had accused her husband of.
Okay, so Sharon has obviously accused him of something really bad if, like, police are coming in and, like, stealing stuff. Imagine the trauma you'd be put through. Like, that would be horrible. Also, I bet your word gets around town really quickly. Like, people will listen to the rumours but not listen to the truth. And it's actually quite sad because I feel like this takes away from, you know, people who actually get injured or, like, assaulted. Sharon's lied about it. She's made rumours and lied to the police about it, and, like, you know, they're going along with it. And it means, like, if someone else comes forward, like, they can probably, like, use Sharon as, like, an example. Be like, oh, well, Sharon lied about it, so this person's lying about it. And then that person could have done it all along and, like, they can get away with it.
I said, Anton, or turned and he said, they think I've had sex with a pig.
Oh, a pig! A pig! I'm sorry, what? I was thinking he was accused of trying to do something to her, but she accused him of doing it with her pig. A pig.
I was upset by that as much as anything.
I mean, yeah, I'd be mortified as well because I'd be thinking, oh my god, like, is it actually true? Obviously it wasn't. I mean, that's just ridiculous. How are you gonna lie about that?
I subsequently discovered details of what Sharon said was that at 3 o'clock in the morning she had been awakened by the sound of her pigs squealing on the common.
Oh, and yeah, he was just magically there doing them in the bum. I mean, I don't know why she'd think of that. She seems to be a victim, doesn't she? Like, all these bad things seem to be happening to her. Or are they?
She said she went out onto the common with a torch and she saw me in the middle of the common with my trousers down, my underpants down, on my knees, having sexual intercourse with a pig.
I shouldn't be laughing because, like, it's not funny, it's serious, but it just sounds so stupid. It's like, did the police actually believe that? Don't get me wrong, some people are into bestiality. I think that's kind of weird. Like, why would you want to do that? But it's like, should the police, like, not, like, look at, like, the history? She's accused him of doing stuff in the past. He's been interviewed, found not guilty. I think it's another scenario where, yet again, he's not guilty.
It was the most disgusting allegation that I've ever heard. She also said there were a number of donuts on the ground. As she didn't indulge in donuts, I must have brought those donuts onto the common in order to entice the pigs while I was having my way with them, as it were.
Yeah, so apparently he's trying to seduce pigs with donuts. What do pigs even eat? Like, I don't know, like hay or grass? I don't even know what a pig eats. All I know is that we eat pigs and they taste good as bacon.
Absolutely vile allegation that this woman made against me.
It's not just vile, it's also, like, freaky. It's like, why would you think about that? Think of it, she sat down and made out this, like, whole scenario in her head. Why is she thinking about you doing her pigs in the bum?
After seizing clothing, laptops, a couple of air guns, and a wad of cash found stashed in a gun cabinet, Anton was arrested and was taken to the local police station.
He's literally got arrested. This is wasting police time. Police resources are already stretched to the max. We don't need freaks like Sharon lying about him doing her pig in the bum.
At the police station, police asked me if I would consent to having examination of my private parts.
Oh my god, are they gonna like do like a swab test to see if he's got like pig DNA on him? That's just so weird. Oh, I don't know how this is real.
They had to get a nurse to do that. It's not a job for the police to do. They had to get an outside nurse in. She came in and I had to take my trousers off and my underpants off, so I was effectively naked from the waist down.
That's so humiliating and embarrassing, isn't it? The nurse is obviously, you know, doing stuff, so she kind of knows what he's accused of. Imagine being a nurse and like having to swab someone knowing that they might have put their willy in a pig.
And she then took samples of my private parts using a little stick with a piece of cotton wool on the end.
And I'm assuming that the results came back as negative. Maybe Sharon's doing it. I mean, it seems like something she'd do.
It made me feel very demeaned by this examination.
You would be so humiliated and embarrassed. You'd feel disgusted in yourself. The fact that like you're getting accused of doing something like that and then like you actually have to prove it like you didn't do it when you know all along you didn't do it. It would mess you up.
And of course it was all part of Hamilton's complaint. In a way she had won. She'd got me into the cells. She'd got me to undergo these demeaning examinations. She'd got me to listen to these demeaning, disgraceful questions.
She's trying to play mind games, like she's trying to get under your skin. I really hope that, you know, it backfires and like she actually gets arrested. This is 2 times she's wasted police time. You know, he's been interviewed 2 times for another situation and now this time I'm put into a jail cell. How much money have they wasted in interviewing him?
And she got away with it.
She got away with it.
She'd done it. So about that, I felt really sick.
That's the end of that video and I'm assuming she got away with it. So you're telling me she accused him of all these awful things which he didn't do. He basically got arrested and ended up in jail. She got away with it. I mean, that's the justice system in 2022. The innocent people get punished and the criminals get led away. Anyways, that's where I leave that video there. That was Nightmare Neighbour who accused her neighbour of doing all sorts, which was all rubbish. If you want to see me watch more videos like this, let me know and I definitely will. Press the big red subscribe button and just I'll see you all in my next video.